Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear students. I hope you all will be doing good. It's your chemistry teacher here from Peshawar Model Girls High School 2, and today we are going to explain the petroleum industry in detail. First of all, let we know what petroleum is. Petroleum is a useless mixture of useful substances. It means that when it is obtained from the ground, underground, it will be not usable, but the component it is made up of are very useful. For that reason, its refinery is must, and today we are going to discuss that in detail. The petroleum word is a combination of two Latin words. The petro means rocks and oleum means oil. It is also called crude oil, mineral oil, or liquid gold. As the name is indicating liquid gold, so it is having a very much important role in the economy of any country. It is found under different depths, and it is a dark, viscous, unpleasant smelling liquid which is composed of hydrocarbons. It is present in the Saudi Arabia, Iran, Iraq, Kuwait, UAE, and Middle East countries, and it is also founded in the Russian Federation and Central Asian states. Then in the Central African states, Libya, Nigeria, Venezuela, Mexico, Canada, and USA also has the deposits of petroleum. In Pakistan, in the Punjab, Potohar region of Mamayal and Tat, in the Badin and Hyderabad district of the Sindh and Kohat and Karak district of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, there are deposits of oil. And usually the oil is associated with the along with the gas. So it is made up of hydrocarbon, and these hydrocarbons can be solid in the form of asphalt, in the liquid can be called the crude oil, and in the gaseous state it will be called the natural gas. We cannot say any definite theory or principle about the origin of the petroleum, because it is a very much older time it is used, that is the Chinese used the petroleum as a fuel as early as 200 before Christianity. There are two theories related to the origin, which is the one of it is the inorganic theory, and it was put forwarded by the Russian chemist Mendeleev. It is the same person who developed the periodic table. And he proposed that when steam reacts with the metallic carbide at a temperature of a high temperature and pressure of the earth, so it will convert that into the petroleum, but it didn't gain that popularity. The second theory is called the organic origin, and it gained popularity because it is having some logic, as the it states that the remains of plants and animals which are buried under the soil millions of years ago, under the action of bacteria, they will be converted into petroleum. Again, there is the role of high temperature and pressure of the earth. So they are trapped in the non-porous rock, and the oil and gas are collected from that. So these are two of the origins theories related to the origin. Now let we discuss how they can be mined, how they can be extracted from these underground. So when petroleum occurs at a depth of about 500 or more, so the crude oil is found in the porous rocks. It is often associated with the natural gas, which exerts pressure upon it, and then it drives it through the and the second type of mining is done artificially. In the artificial mining, mines are bored, and when the oil pocket is porous, the gas forces the oil out. If there is no natural gas present in the pocket, so artificially air pressure will be blown, and it will make the oil rise in the well, and it will be obtained from it from the mines, and it will be conveyed through the system of pipelines to the refinery for refining. Refining is important as it is of no use in the mixture form. So that is done through the fractional distillation. Fractional distillation is the process of separation of the liquid mixture through into its components by the differences in their boiling point. For that reason, we will do the refining, and before the fractional distillation is done in the fractionating column. And fractionating column is a long tower in which there are different compartments having a specific range of temperature. Before entering into this fractionating column, the crude oil is first heated at a temperature of about 400 to 600 degrees centigrade. Then it is passed into the fractionating column, and in this fractionating column you can see that the different range of temperature is given. So it is entered the crude oil is passed entered into this fractionating column from the bottom, nearer to the bottom, and here the temperature is up to 400 to 600 degrees centigrade. So those fractions in the present in the petroleum whose mass is very much low, and their boiling point is very much low, so they will quickly evaporate. And when it will evaporate, so they will be condensed and they will be tapped off from that particular compartment. Like for example, the very first friction, you can see it is containing carbon 1 to carbon 4 gases, and it is obtained at a temperature of about 20 degrees centigrade. And this component is called the liquefied petroleum gas, or it is called the LPG, which is a mixture of methane, ethane, propane and butane. The second fractionating column contains the temperature of about uh, 70 degrees centigrade, and the component of the petroleum which is obtained here is containing carbon 5 to carbon 9. It is called naphtha, and it is used in the chemicals. So there are different frictions related to their different specific temperature which they are obtained. This is the main procedure of the fractional distillation. Oil refinery is the refining of the petroleum which converts the crude oil into the useful product. The crude oil can be separated into fractions by the technique of fractional distillation. Different sized hydrocarbon have different boiling points, so the step of process are as follows. First of all, evaporation. As already I have discussed that crude oil is first heated up to 400 degrees centigrade to make it evaporate. The crude oil vapors are put into the fractionating column at the bottom, and they rises upwards according to their temperature. The temperature is highest at the bottom of the column. Long chain hydrocarbon which are having the height boiling point, they are collected near to the bottom, and the short chain hydrocarbons have low boiling point and they will rise up at the top of this fractionating column. Then the fractions are collected and they are then processed to create the end products. Let we have some of the look of these different fraction. The first one fraction is the refinery gas, which is collected below 40 degrees centigrade, almost 20. So methane, it is used for domestic heating. Ethane is also a gaseous fuel. Carbon 4 to carbon 3 and carbon 4 means the propane and ethane, they are LPG. They are the portable energy source, and it can be used in the bottle gas. Butane is used for the as a camping gas. The second fraction is called the naphtha, which can also be called petrol or gasoline. Gasoline and petrol are the same thing. Petrol, it is called in the British accent, British English, it is called petrol, while in the mm, US English, it is called gasoline. So it contains about 4 to 12 carbon atom, and the boiling temperature of this fraction is about 40 to 130 degrees centigrade. It is not a good fuel, but it is valuable raw material. The naphtha is the lighter fuel, fine, and it is used as a solvent and important chemical, while the petrol or gasoline is used to as a light engine oil, for example, the car fuel. Small auto vehicles can be run through this fuel. The next fraction is called the kerosene oil, and it is also called paraffin oil, having a component of about carbon 10 to carbon 16 at a boiling temperature of 150 to 200 degrees centigrade. It is less volatile. As you can see, the number of carbon is increasing, so volatility is decreased. And they are less flammable as well. But as the number of carbon increases, the efficiency of the fuel will increase, but the speed of the vehicle will decrease. As we know that petrol is a lighter fuel, so the it can give speed to the vehicle, but